So sometimes you'll find that Tzit-Tzit that says on it, Niputz Lishma. That means the first process was done Lishma. And that's a hiddur, but halacha-l'maisa, you don't need that. You don't need that. You just need the Tviyah and the Shazira are done L'shem Mitzvah Tzitzis. But here's the catch. We know the whole tumble about machine matzahs, right? Machine matzahs, whether that's Lishma. Well, most tzitzis are machine tzitzis. Okay? Instead of someone going with the old, you could have the old spinning wheel, you know, with the thing, so that could be hand, that's considered hand, because you're constantly involved with your hand and spinning it. You know, you spin it with your hand. But if you have, it's made with the machine, you just press the button and the machine does it, so then you get into this question, a machine spinning called Tviyah Lishma. Okay, you can imagine that the machine matzahs took over the whole Europe at the time it came out, if that was kosher. But it seems that they weren't so machmir on the spinning of the tzitzis that it wouldn't be called a shema. And you have to know what the difference would be. But it seems that they weren't as machmir. Even many of the achronim who were very machmir not to use machine matzahs, but they weren't as machmir not to use machine tzitzis. I don't know how the machines were back then. Maybe they weren't as complex as the machines are today. But this is the question. So a lot of them you'll find in the store, it says avodas yad. That means it's handmade. And that definitely has a milo, because this is a big machlokes, exactly what's called a shema on the tviyah. The niputs doesn't matter so much, but on the tviyah, on the spinning of the thing, so that would be a hiddur. And it's very easy to get today. You know, it's very easy to get. You could ask, but especially in Israel, I think it's almost common practice almost today.
What's it called?
Avodas yad. It's done. That literally means handmade. On the shazira, you know what you're buying. You go in the store, you know what you're buying. Why does this cost more than that one? You know. Why is it more? Why is the price went up? So. That's what that's called. That's the Tviyah Shua. So those are the different things you have within the Tzit-Tzit itself. This everybody holds that the putting onto the tzitzis, when you put the 4 strings into the hole of the tzitzis and tie it, that has to be done l'shem mitzvah tzitzis. And this might be a bigger concern than the first few concerns, because you have a guy, usually they hire a guy like they used to do by the matzahs. You have a guy listening to his music, and he's doing hundreds of pairs of tzitzis one after the next. I actually, when I go to Israel, every time I go to, whenever I want to get a pair of tzitzis or a tassels, so there's a guy in Meir Sharim there, has a store, and right off the street there. And he makes it, and he sells to a lot of people here. And you know, you have to have a guy you trust that he puts it on himself. He says, I don't hire anyone else to do it. I do it myself. He does all the tzitzis himself. You buy it. I say, I want this tzitzis and I want this beged. Okay, come back tomorrow. I'll put it together for you. So unless you have someone, you know who's putting on your tzitzis for you, you know. But otherwise, you buy in the store, they all have a hechsher on it that someone did it l'shma. But you know, it's like the matzahs. But that is a concern that the person. Now you could argue, well, why is the guy doing it? He must be doing it l'shem mitzvah tzitzis. You know, you can argue on that, but it's better to put it on. That's zecher chiluk. That has to be done l'shma. Okay.
What about discarding old ones?
Do what?
How do you properly discard old ones? Because you said you shouldn't cut them off. Let's say the baggage ripped or whatever.
Yeah, that's the question, right?
And like today, we're not going to take.
You just get rid of it, right? Yeah.
Okay, so you shouldn't cut them off.
So there's a question of what the kedusha of the tzitzis has. There's no chiyuv. If you find tzitzis on the floor, technically you don't have to really pick it up. You can leave it. It's not like a mezuzah or tefillin or these things. It doesn't have the same kedusha.
Your choo-choo train is finished.
But
what do you do?
Yeah. So me'ikra adin, it doesn't have kedushas. It's not like tefillin, as we say l'shem kedushas tefillin. Tzitzis we say l'shem mitzvahs tefillin. It's a chefetz shel mitzvah, but it doesn't have kedusha. So therefore, it is not a concern of geniza. Really, it doesn't need. But mitzad sheni, anything a mitzvah was done to, like the sukkah boards or anything a mitzvah was done to, we don't just noyeg bezoyin in it. So a person shouldn't throw it out together with the rest of the garbage. Can wrap it up, you know. Today most people put it in together with the shemus, but me'ikra adin, it doesn't necessarily need to be put into the shemus. It just should be dealt with Yeah, it shouldn't be put together with other garbage. It shouldn't be bezoin to it. It shouldn't be no bezoin to it. It was done a mitzvah to it.
And you put the whole beged.
The beged is nothing. The beged is just a shirt.